reason. They couldn't conquer Ireland without the Shannon. And that was the pale from the east coast right across to the Shannon. And that was Kilconach Maguire's territory. That's why we're in Limerick. And if you saw there what Britain did, they claimed that, oh no, the Shannon didn't come from Fermanagh. It came further down. But they have now proved that it did come from Fermanagh. And it was Kilconach Maguire's territory. But Britain did all that to get the territory, to feed their crown forces, to impose their will. That's what it was about, you know.
Incredible. I'm flabbergasted. but there's history for you. Indeed I know. Well, to conclude, Billy has asked me to read the proclamation of the Irish Republic in memory of a great man, John Hume. But we also have to pay tribute to Billy Maguire's father, any of the other... Dr. Cooper, also
Brendan
O'Regan, the Kennedys,
all of those Fitzgerald Kennedys. There was a lot of people who lived, the Mackins, Russells, all those people.
Correct.
The Hearns, all those people who stood behind. Ranks, Joseph Rank, Sir John Barbarolli, Yehudi Menyon, all those people. I mean, I remember them all. I remember them all coming to Willowbank.
Yeah, incredible.
To get that going.
Well, we're going to read the proclamation, as I just said, in memory of that great man, but also in memory of the great people that were all part of that over the last decades that made this happen. And thankfully today, so far, 99% or 95% of Northern Ireland is peaceful, prosperous, and both Protestant and Catholic and nationalist and all of the other denominations are, in fact, living in peace. And we thank God for that. But we thank the great people that went before us that made that happen. So this is the proclamation of Public Nahéireann, the provisional government of the Irish Republic, to the people of Ireland. Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationalhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisations, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment, and supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years they have asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state. And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and of its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to, and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and all of its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government which have divided a minority from the majority in the past. Until our arms have brought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government, representatives of the whole people of Ireland and elective by the suffrages of all her men and women, the provisional government hereby constituted will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for its people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. This was signed on behalf of the Irish Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clarke, Sean McDermott, P.H. Pearce, James Connolly, Tomas MacDonagh, Eamon Cant, Joseph Plunkett. God rest them all, and we salute them.
We do, and thank you very much. Your diction on that is absolutely brilliant.
Well, I can feel the passion when I read it. And I would ask all our viewers, Irish people at home and abroad, read it. Please, read it.
It's all about sovereignty.
It is.
Sovereignty.
It is.
Sovereignty.
Yes.
If you haven't sovereignty, you're a slave. And that's how Britain expanded their empire.
Yes.
Was on slavery. And that's a shame for a nation like that.
Yes.
And that's why we left Britain. We will not have anything to do. It's the sovereignty of God and the sovereignty of mankind. That's what and that's what the harp is about. Slavery is against the laws of God and the laws of man, and shouldn't be tolerated any place in the world. And it's time that was put in place.
Thank you, Billy. It was a great pleasure and an honour talking to you today.
If you have a few places, I'll show you Lochgore. Can you turn off that?
Yes, yep, and we'll come to that now back very, very shortly.
Do you want to go in there and do it, or do you want to do it out here?
We'll do it out here. This is a marvellous setting. Right. Sunburn and all. Thank you indeed. A good meal of August Lawn.